and the way he did
because of who he is, stance on it. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. I'm about to go live now. Let's see, check this. All right, so we good. On that in, bang bang, bong bong. Got it. Good evening, everyone. Today is September 28th, 2021. Most gracious and heavenly Father, I thank you. We thank you for allowing us to see another day's mercy. We thank you for your protection. We thank you for your strength. We thank you for, most of all, your love, oh God. I ask you, God, that you will continuously bless all the viewers, that you will bless my guests tonight as well as their families, oh God. I ask you, God, that we have a good conversation, oh God, and entertain your people and give them a break from everything that's going on. And we ask you, oh God, that you would also be with everybody that's having different procedures and surgeries done this week, oh God. I ask you, God, that you will be with every nurse, every technician, every doctor. I just ask you, God, that you will prove yourself as a healer, a comforter, and a keeper as well, oh God. Yes, thank you, Holy Spirit. And, oh God, we lift up our youth in the city of Chicago, oh God. We ask you, God, that you would just put a hedge of protection around the youth, oh God. Help them to realize that killing each other is not doing anything but killing us as a people, oh God. Help them get that situation under control, oh God. And I ask you, God, that you would protect all the mothers that are grieving, that have lost their sons to gun violence and all this stupidity, oh God. We ask all these things in the mighty and the matchless name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you all as usual. I want to start out by saying, let's see, to get the born days out the way. Happy born day to my nephew KB, who celebrated on the 25th. Happy born day, KB. Big Mott from the block, 18-5. Happy born day, brother. Salute. Vandell Atkins, the beautiful Tequila from Wilmington. Happy born day, baby girl. Sorry your Philadelphia Eagles couldn't win for you, but I'm glad you enjoyed your day nonetheless. Shout out to the West Side football head coach, Marion Bell, Coach Bell. Happy born day. The little bro, Arturo Skinner. My little big snacks, Eric Norwood, who celebrated on yesterday. Then today we got Orlando Thomas, Kathy Soto, and my man Big Majid, the majestic one from Continental Airlines. Happy born day, big bro. I want to say happy born day to my man Toot and his wife on 5 years. I want to say happy 26th anniversary to Pastor Michael and Annette Branch. Thank God for you guys. To Mr. and Mr. Neil Lawson, happy anniversary. To my cousins Marie and Adrian, happy anniversary as well. Then back to the born days, I want to say happy born day to the beautiful, gifted, talented Serena Williams, who celebrated over the weekend. Happy born day, Serena. I know you're not looking out here, but I'm a big fan, and I appreciate you sharing your gift with us. I want to say congratulations, and I celebrate with you, Tamara Perry, on being 9 years cancer-free on yesterday. She was a former guest that was on here before, high school classmate as well. Congratulations on that, being 9 years beating cancer. I want to say happy born day to Kriya, my cousin, and as well as Tanea Cooper's mom, Gail. Happy born day, young lady. And I think that's all the shout outs I got to get out the way. As well as our heartfelt condolences go out to everybody that lost somebody over the week. Just over the course of just grieving period overall. Not even just lost this week, but if you're just still going through, know that we praying for you and our hearts go out with you. You know what I'm saying? You always got somebody to talk to, a shoulder to cry on here. You know what I'm saying? Just hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here for you guys. With all that being said, we're going to get into tonight's show. I got a return guest. My man Big Foskeeto on the Wayne still with us. And my man Julian, we waiting on Julian to show up. Ain't no telling when he gonna come back, when he gonna show up. But this was his idea, so we waiting on Jude to come on in. But tonight we gonna be talking about a post that our friend Jazz. Shout out to Jazz, and yeah, my condolences to you and your family as well, Jazz, on your loss. It was good to see the pictures of you and your family and all your friends there by your side 30 years later. help you get through this difficult time. That's what I love about our North community. You know what I'm saying? Like, once we family, like, I never see where, us cats like that grew up or knew each other from back in high school days where, like, I don't really rock with them no more. We used to be tight. Like, we might lose contact. We might not talk every single day, but once you be family, we family. You know what I'm saying? And we go through stuff together. We don't just go through things alone. So I'm glad to see that that's still rocking. And I think that's just a symbol of how we rock out in North. I take pride in that, we still loving on one another during the difficult times, during the good times, through our joys and through our losses. You know what I mean? I think that's real big. And I give big ups to Noel, Melinda, Alethea, everybody that was there for old girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see that y'all was holding your sister down. But she made a post. Let's see. I want to pull the post up so we can read it. And okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna let Big Five reintroduce himself to you guys. This is my man, Big Five from the block. We go back many days. Many of my biggest laughs and memories is because of this guy right here, man. I could always count on Big Five for a laugh, man. So I appreciate you taking out the time to do this again. And like I was just talking about how family hold each other down. Where Drew when we was going back and forth on the thread, Drew was like, "Marv, you gonna do this on the show?" I said, "No doubt." So he already said he was gonna do it. So I reached out to you. I said, "Yo, man, you gonna be available Tuesday?" He was like, "I guess I don't have a choice now." But I just want to salute you, big bro, for showing up and coming through for me, man. Go ahead and reintroduce yourself to the people while I pull up the post. You muted again, Big Five.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Big Five, Wayne Still, however you know me, same guy. I'm here this evening to defend myself to Mr. Julian Capel, who ain't here. But basically, the conversation about is taking care of yours and what levels you'll go to take care of them. Mm-hmm. So Marv is going to read a post that Game posted, a statement that Game made about what he's willing to do and what he does to take care of his woman. And the conversation is just going to go from there. Now, everybody's going to have a different opinion about this. And we are, like Marv said, we all family. So just want to get different views on how people feel.
Absolutely.
So, you go ahead.
You ladies, as usual, you know how we do it. You ladies, gentlemen, all you viewers that's tuning in, if you don't mind, share it to your page. And again, you guys sign in to YouTube as well. The show isn't on YouTube right now, but it will be uploaded to YouTube. But go ahead and begin to start subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's the Marvin Bennett Jr. Show. It's a whole channel on YouTube. So start subscribing to all the previous shows. I got about 50%. I'm up to 50% now of having previous shows uploaded to there. So you can go see former shows on the YouTube channel. But I encourage you guys to go subscribe to it. Again, that's the Marvin Bennett Jr. Show on YouTube. Sign into YouTube and go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check out some of them shows. Let's get that viewer content up. And as usual, leave all your comments in the thread because everybody, like Fa said, we're not going to all see eye to eye. We're going to agree to disagree, but everybody is going to have an opinion on this here. And I kind of really wanted to get a female on the panel with us to represent the ladies, but all of it was like checking out on we talking about they're gonna be in the comments. So I'm gonna be looking for you guys in the comments, you ladies in the comments as well. But okay, so what led to this whole situation was our friend Jazz posted this here. And this is coming from the Game. The rapper The Game says, why she gotta pay half the rent? She giving you half the punani or something. Cats kill me. Since the beginning of time, real men, all caps, real men have always taken care of shelter, providing, and protecting. And if you ain't got it, go get it. If you're lucky enough to land the independent woman who works her ass off and still comes home to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and go crazy sexually, let her stack what she makes in case y'all need it one day and still handle everything as a man. Everybody different, but it just ain't in me to let my woman share the worry of paying for anything. I feel good carrying that load, and I'm not going to change. The term "I got it, baby, don't worry about it" makes most women soul smile, heart warm, and vagina get more moist than perfect Toll House cookies. But what do I know? So that's the post. And so we was going back and forth on this here. I can't even find our comments because we was deep in there. I think I was like the first person to comment on it. And I said, you know, in my opinion, Game gonna bump his head. So we're gonna dive into this because Big Five was team Game on this here. And me and Jew, we was on the opposite end of the spectrum. And like I said, we're gonna wait for Jew to get on here to defend himself. But like I said, I think like Fox said before we got on camera, Jew was going on different points. But my reasoning is, well, I think before we really get into the conversation, it first stems from you had said something to me, Five, like it ain't got nothing to do with traditions. But I think traditions is a big part of how you view things or your different upbringing, whether it be spiritual, whether it be however you want to determine that, like whether you saying something in a movie as a kid and say, okay, that's the way I want to treat my lady and take care of my family when I grow up. Like it comes somewhere. So to me, it's like some kind of learned behavior. And I think the statement that I have made was everything that's learned isn't necessarily proper or correct, so to speak, because it depends on whether your point of view aligns with that philosophy. You know what I mean? So I think first of all, foremost, when we talk about the totality of the post, if as a man, should a man take care of a woman and she have her own bread and all that there? I think that's kind of all the starting points are going to be totally different because it depends on whether you're coming from a philosophical standpoint, if you're coming from a spiritual standpoint, or if you're just coming from a secular standpoint. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people that were commenting on it and people that I was talking about right previously to the show, a lot of people agree. Yeah, a woman shouldn't have to do all of those things there if a man is trying to be the man of God that he called to be. But everybody isn't a Christian. Everybody doesn't live up to those standards, so to speak. So if you coming from a biblical standpoint or more traditional standpoint, absolutely. Again, if that's what you subscribe to and that's what you accept as what you think should be done according to the word or your belief system, I'm all for that. Now, my personal thing, the reason I said Game bumped his head was because this has been a great area for me my whole adult lifehood. You see what I'm saying? It's not that I have a problem with taking care of a woman. My thing has always been, and I'm gonna be perfectly real. You know, when people talk about going out on dates or we go out to a movie or we go grab something to eat or whatever the case may be. My thing was I don't always feel like I should have to pay for everything as a man because the truth of the matter is if we wasn't going together, would you not still be going to get something to eat? And if I was not there, how was that food going to get paid for? You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily believe in the whoever asks who out because there's been plenty of women that ask me out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to go grab something to eat or you want to go to a movie? Okay, so I should automatically think because she asked me to go somewhere with her that she's gonna pay for everything? Absolutely not. I don't necessarily subscribe to that mentality, but I don't knock people that do. You know what I'm saying? Now, Big Five, your thing was you was a lot more along the terms of game. Yeah, I take care of mine. You know what I mean? She ain't got to do nothing but hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and give your feedback on why you say what you say.
I made the comment that I made because I don't think Game is wrong. If that's his mentality, and he able to maintain those things, then what's wrong with it? What that man said is, without going into detail of every particular thing he said is, she doing everything I wanted to do. She making me happy. She ain't got to pay for nothing. Money that she make going to work, put it in her pocket, save it for a rainy day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing. The conversation changed, which led to why we're here now. You know,
gotcha.
People started making comments about, are women able to just take advantage of men? And I'm not going to be slaving, working 2 or 3 jobs while nobody said any of that. So with those things starting to be said, I went as far as to say, I'm not game. I ain't got game money, and I'm taking care of mine.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing wrong with it. She wants something, go get it. You ain't got to worry about is the lights gonna get cut off. Every bill that I got is on auto pay. Mm-hmm. Everybody's life is different.
Yeah.
I'm paying all the bills and still doing basically whatever we want to do. What's
now?
wrong?
Where do you think that stems from, though? Like, how did you develop that mentality?
I don't know. I think in the beginning, I like the feeling. In the beginning, when you start, as a teenager, young 20s, you start feeling a sense of accomplishment as you're doing certain things.
Okay.
I got into a relationship early. Been together since 19 years old. 19 years. Mm-hmm. I was 19 years old, I'm in to say. So 28, 29 years later, we still together. So in the beginning, we both were working. We both were taking care of the house, the bills, splitting how much money you got, how much I got. Oh man, we ain't got enough to get to this week. We went through all of those things young. Then, to be totally honest, the streets came in. And once I started in the streets, like you ain't got to worry about that no more. Do you?
Yeah.
Young, making bad decisions. We shouldn't have been doing that. We should have been planning. We should have been growing. We should have been saving money. All of that is right. We're just talking about what's real. What really was happening when I started getting that fast money, none of that mattered no more. Don't worry about that. I got that. That's done.
Yeah. All right. So
start getting older.
And that philosophy changed a little bit.
Same money legally, working. Nothing had to change. Why do anything got to change? It's all about money now. It's not about love, respect, marriage. None of that. It's about money. We're gonna spend the money anyway.
So speak to that to me though. So I'm gonna let Drew chime in because Drew just showed up. What's good, Drew? You know what I mean?
Good night, everybody. Let Fire go ahead. I want to hear what Fire was saying.
No, but I want to ask you. You can keep going, Fire, but I want to ask you this, like, to speak to the point of the post.
Oh, I'm gonna pull him in. I'm gonna pull him in, Marv. I'm gonna pull him in. Hold on, let me finish. So, basically,
cut up this volume.
There was no need to. We never sat down and just changed anything. It's just what I do. But the same thing like I do at home, my family. I help take care of my family too. So it's just was no thought. If I have it, we do it. It wasn't. We don't have conversations about your money, my money. It's just not. It's not about that. When you get to a point and I guess in a relationship and you start saying you won, then you won. There's a lot of people out here having conversations saying I got my account, he has his account, he don't know about this money. I don't know what that is. At some point, that's a conversation that may not be a good conversation. But if y'all together and y'all won and y'all gonna be together forever, what difference do it make who counts that the money comes out?
You want to just surfing all over.
Huh?
Hold on, I'm gonna be with you in 1 minute. I'm just trying to get this volume up.
Oh, okay.
Let your mother do it, Juwan, because you just saw.
So basically, mute yourself, Jewel, mute. But basically, that's what happened. I started out doing it early. Later on in the relationship, it was no need to change. Financially, we still were able to do everything we needed to do. I didn't need to count how much money was in her pocket. She ain't need to count what was in mine. We actually go out to dinner and things like that and have arguments. Like, no, I'm paying, you paying. It's funny. But as far as the bills in the house, I take care of them. Now, Jewel was changing the conversation. He was saying she's stashing or she keeping hers. I'm out here slaving. That's not what we're talking about. Now, I went as far as to say something to Jewel that I'm going to say to him again. Me and you was on them streets. And I'm not going to say no names, but you paid everything. I don't want to hear nothing else because I was there with you every day. We lived in the same house. That boy paid everything. Wasn't no question about it. The only time when that conversation changed is when they decided to change some things. But there was a point where she wasn't worried about paying no bills. So I don't know where his mindset is now.
Hey, Tequila, what's good, Tequila? She said, hey, Keith said, teach the men, Wayne.
No, it's about, okay, we not 20 years old no more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 48 years old. I got about another 10, 15, 20, hopefully 50 years on this earth. You're sitting there playing around with who paid what bill. If y'all together and y'all gonna stay together, what difference do it make?
Yeah.
Now, if you're struggling and you counting your money every month to do it, then that's different. I'm not.
You gotta
So,
unmute
I'm not
yourself,
wrong.
Jew. You gotta unmute yourself, Jew. You talking, but we can't hear you.
He ain't saying nothing. That's why you can't hear him. He ain't saying nothing. He's just moving his mouth.
What's good, Jennifer? Jen asks, why is it that men look at taking care of a household like the woman is getting over or something by not paying the majority
You can hear me
of
now?
any of the bills?
I don't know.
You can hear me now?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can hear you, Jew.
What's her name again, Mark?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. I don't know. It needs to be a conversation with that man. Maybe he doesn't respect how much work it is to take care of a house. I've also done that. I mop, I sweep, I clean, but things get to the point where I go to do it. It's like I did that already.
Yeah,
I like that. You know,
I'll put it like this, Drew, because I mean, Jennifer, this is from my personal experience or this is the way I feel. Like, absolutely, I feel like it's getting over. Like, I don't see why in the world we both should be working full time.
Right.
And in most cases, let's be honest, the woman is making more than the man. You know what I mean? But all her dough is going toward her stacking up for that rainy day, as so he speak. You know what I mean? Just in case.
Okay, so now let me stop you right there. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Mark.
Let anybody else talk, man?
Mark.
Go ahead.
Mark. Y'all together, right? Y'all together?
Yeah.
The plan is to stay together?
That's the game plan, yeah.
Okay, so both of y'all funds financially is going into one pot. Right?
Should be. Or it depends on what works for you.
Okay, see, that's right there where you start getting fugazi right there.
Yeah. Now for me, I was with the same woman for 25 plus years. We never ever had a joint account. Ever.
Why?
Because we just never did. We just made decisions together.
No. There's a reason why. If the plan is to stay together and build one to be one, why do y'all have two separate accounts?
Because plans change, bro. I'm divorced now.
Okay.
The plans can't change.
That's the answer right there, Mark. Yeah. I'm not going nowhere. This is what it is.
Yeah, got you. I got
plans
you.
Ain't changing.
Yeah.
So you wasn't totally committed to that.
No, I was.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I was. Absolutely, I was
not. If you totally committed, you're not doing certain things to protect yourself. When you totally committed, you all in.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Once you started putting up some rules and regulations and just in case, you're not totally committed no more. So your thinking is going to be totally different than mine.
True, that's true too. But again, when you talk about relationships, why it ain't work. Yeah, no. When you talk about relationships, at the same time, that might be your mindset, but you have to be in agreement on that mindset. You know what I mean? You can't feel one way and she feels totally
with
different.
The right person. Both of y'all got to be the same thing and talking the same talk to be in a relationship, a healthy, strong relationship.
I totally, as a full-grown man now, I totally agree 100%.
All right.
Like conversations that I would have now before getting into a relationship, that would be part of it. And I feel like we need to have that kind of conversation beforehand. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead, Drew.
That's all I want to do. Now, Mr. Steele, he twisting up your game statement, right? And so game said, the beginning of time, men been taking care of women. And if you so lucky to get an independent woman, he's going to continue to pay everything and she's going to stack her money for when they in bad times. Is that not right, Fi?
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
All right. Now this is my take. Every man is going to do make his own choice for his household. That's respected. My point was like this, because I heard I threw a little shot earlier too, so I got to just, I heard the street thing. Let's get back to the street thing first, because in the street thing, what we got to understand is free money. We don't care about free
No,
money.
sir. Ain't no such thing as free money.
Hold on. When we in the
Fast
streets,
money.
it's free money.
No,
We
sir.
floss, we take care of our house. Hold on. We floss, we take care of our house. We want our girls to look good. We want to drive. We do everything, right? That's free money in a relationship. And guess what? The woman, 9 out of 10 times, for me, the woman was still doing something because she was going uptown. That's like my partner, right? So it's free. We don't care about that. Now let's talk about this when we getting older. You Game, I told you, Game talking because Game can do that. He can do that. Oh, he's going to do this and stack the money. If Game was in that position, do you think Game would really be saying that on a 9 to 5? You
He
honestly
couldn't say
think
it.
Game would say that?
I got a 9.
No, hold on.
I'm saying it.
But we talking about the independent woman stacking this money. I said, why should a man pay for vacation? Hold on. And I'm gonna get on another woman too. Why should a man pay car notes while she's working also? Pay car notes, pay for vacation, pay rent, and she's stacking her money. And I'm gonna make my statement again. She's stacking for when she leave you. That's the independent woman.
I'm a witness.
Hold on, fine. You gotta let me talk, man. Whether you agree or disagree. See, I was quiet when you was talking. All I did
I ain't
was
say
sit
a
and
word
listen.
yet.
Now
I ain't
let's
say
talk.
nothing.
Now let's talk about the woman at home. If you want your woman at home and you make enough bread, I don't have nothing against that. That's cool because that's your choice, right? That's your choice. My thing is, you can't clap with one hand, bro. We can get someplace faster together. We will get to our point wherever we gonna meet, whatever we plan on, faster together. Now, if a man say, okay, we're gonna get to this point by itself, that remember, it's his decision now. If you have a woman that has any type of problems, let's say a health issue, let's look at it for what I'm going at all 3 brackets. She has a health issue. She can't do nothing. Okay, that's logical sense. Why would you force her to go out there and work? You got to handle that because why? She has a medical issue, right? Another woman, if she don't want to work, yeah, she on FB or Facebook all day. But guess what I say to that? I would say create you a hustle at home. It's simple. It ain't saying you gotta match my money. You ain't never see on the thing I say, oh, she gotta match my money, she gotta give me half. If she contributes, that's beautiful. I ain't saying, hey, you gotta give me 500 every month. No. Did she say I got 100? Okay, all right, fine. What's wrong with that? That's nothing wrong. I ain't putting no stipulations on her. I ain't taking no advantage. I'm still gonna do what I'm doing. I'm still gonna be paying rent. If she say, here, use this. I don't know why you thinking, oh, you shouldn't be like that. How am I being? It's realistic. It's realistic. Forget struggling. It's reality. Listen, how many guys right now got an independent woman? Listen, because you got women taking care of men. We gonna call it as it is. It's reality. We got some dudes that don't even work, and women doing all the working, paying all the bills. And I will get on him too. I would say, oh, hell no. That's wrong. I could flip it on him too. Bro, you got to do something. You as a man, you can't let her slave and she doing everything and you just home. But if that's how they decide to do it, what you could do, you got to respect it. That's how they decide to do it. But for
Toy
me,
said, Toy, hey, hold up, Joe. What's good, Toy? Toy Campbell said, if you think that they are stacking to leave, that is obviously not the right relationship.
Thank you. That's what I just said.
Listen, if she's stacking it, how you gonna know she's stacking to leave? You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you don't know until you know.
Good, exactly. You don't know anything in the relationship.
But if you go into the relationship,
you will see.
If you go into the relationship that cautious, like you just keeping things away and hiding, and the woman ain't gonna be totally committed to you. That's not a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
that's not it. But to each his own. Like I said, anybody can do anything. Like Jules just said, there's There's some things out here that we don't even know that's going on. There's people out here with 2 women. There's women out here with 2 men, you know, in the same house. So
women out there with 2 women too. Don't.
I just said that. But what I'm saying is just getting back to a man taking care of his household if he can. I don't think nothing is wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Whatever they agree to, if it works for them, it works. But I wouldn't beat up on the man who is doing it if that's the way he think, and if that's the way he can maintain it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Check this out, Rochelle and Jennifer say most women today are independent and will not put up with the man that just wants to sit around playing video games. Absolutely. So like Drew said, to speak to that, and I think times have changed because like you said, to your point, Drew, game talking about since the beginning of the time. Okay, first of all, I think that's where it gets tricky for me when we talking about men roles versus women roles and independent women versus just the woman. Because if you're independent, that means you don't need a man for anything. So again, what if that rainy day never comes? What are you stacking up for?
But the same way, what if something does happen? What if something does happen to Game career, and he's like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna be. And she like, wait a minute, baby, I got 250,000 I was putting up since me and you been together. Then what y'all gonna say?
I ain't gonna say nothing. No, I ain't gonna say nothing because that right there in this world today, you talking a very slim thing of happening. What you just said,
and
that's slim.
I don't think y'all guys realize how many men out here are traditional thinking and taking care of their household. It's a lot.
I know there's a whole bunch
of men out here doing that.
There's more that's traditional than that's not.
It's a lot of men out here doing
it.
And men doing it for whatever reason.
Hey, listen, Keith said, if I'm paying half the rent mortgage, we roommates and we are not together.
See, I ain't saying, listen, Fa, I think you taking me wrong. I agree with you in taking care of your household, bro. No, don't, please. That's not the message that I'm trying to put on. I agree with a man taking care, bills, working, everything. I even agree with a man even helping his wife clean. Yeah. I agree with that. Clean the yard, do laundry. I agree with that. What I'm saying is, right? If a woman is going to work and help you, or even if she's at home and she got her own business and helping you, there's nothing wrong with that. That does not limit the man. He's going to be a man anyway. He's going to, like you keep stressing, he's going to take care of his responsibilities. Now, imagine a man doing everything, right? Just hypothetically speaking. Sooner or later, he can get frustrated. He can get frustrated because, you know, he might start saying, I'm doing everything. And it is men out there like that. And it is some men that'll say, you know, I don't mind doing it. You know, it's my wife or whatever. Now, I heard y'all talk about the account, which is a good point, Fa, because I got a separate joint. Me and my wife got one. It don't hurt because I went into it on a different note because I have other kids outside of my wife. And then I have kids with my wife. So
hey, hold up, Drew. Let me read this comment before it disappeared. Because I think Toy make a real good point. Toy says, so here's the thing. Back in the day, women were being taken care of and not working, and the man would up and leave, and the woman would be ass out. So those women thought their daughters to be saved just in case. And I think that's a valid point. I think that's a totally valid point. And that's the point that I was getting ready to make too. I think that you got to take that into account. Like, if there was no independent women like that, or not as many independent women, that independent women wasn't a thing back in the day, in the 40s and earlier time. Like women, they took care of the household, they took care of the kids, they raised the family. So yeah, if she's doing everything, then yeah, she should. That's her role, and my job is to protect, provide, and to take care of her because she's holding home down. But the difference is, like, when we both out here working and we both out here holding down the front at home, I don't see why all of a sudden her money is just for a rainy day in case she feels, in case times fall down bad on me. I don't understand that.
Well, I don't know.
You can't get past the option. So let me ask you this.
Fix your glasses.
Let me ask you this.
Yes,
is
Professor.
it such a big deal that she keeping her money to the side, the relationship don't work, and she walk away and take her money, is that a big deal? Because that's all y'all keep talking about.
So no. Listen,
Nah.
listen.
Marv just said it 3 times.
No,
She
it's
gonna take all-
not
she
a
gonna
big
take
deal.
all her money. I
It's
don't
not a
care
big deal
if
if everything is 50-50.
If
It's a big deal if I've been paying for
listen,
everything the whole time, though.
listen, the money don't matter. If we
The
in a
money shouldn't
situation,
matter.
and I agree to it, right? And I'm doing it, and it's not hurting my pocket. We still doing what we doing, and you putting that up for us, right? And something happened, things change, and you leave with your money. Bye. I'm still the same dude,
Yeah.
being able to do what I've been doing. It just didn't work. I'm not changing how I think. The traditional part of relationships, people don't focus on that stuff no more.
No, they don't.
The world
And
is changing.
that's my thing. I think the same way like the NBA, you can't play the NBA game today with these rules according to the 1980 rules. I look at it the same way. Like relationship these days, women are totally different traditionally than they were traditionally.
So now let me ask you a question. I hear a lot of people try to categorize or list certain things they want in a strong relationship. I hear a lot of women say they want to feel secure. They want men to be attentive. They want a sense of security. They want financial stability. Okay, now let's get to the financial stability. What does that mean? Because I hear a lot of women say they just want a man who got a job and got a 9 to 5. But okay, what is he doing with his money in the household?
You're saying what is the financial stability?
Right. When women say the perfect relationship for them is a sense of security, for a man to be attentive, for a man to be honest, be able to communicate with them. They want financial security or financial stability. What are they saying right there?
Well,
What
on
do
the
you think they
financial
saying?
security part or in everything you
Financial
just said?
stability. What are they really asking for from a man?
To me, when we get to the financial security part, I will say they're married, right? I would say like, okay, if something happened to you, do I have access to the money? Am I going to be taken care of? Is it a will? Because remember, it's stability. Remember, you married now, right?
No.
So
no, ain't nobody say nothing about being married.
Oh,
Don't
well,
get away from Game's post. Don't
okay,
get away
okay,
from Game's post.
hold on.
He
Hold
didn't
on,
say
hold
my
on,
wife.
hold on.
He said
Hold on.
independent woman.
So you're not married.
No.
You're not married.
No.
Oh, listen to me, bruh. To each his own on that one, because how can I have so much promising in financial stability and give you so much? We're not married and then fall out, bruh. Come on,
no. My question is, what is the conversation? What are you saying to this woman in the beginning of a relationship? She come to you with these things. This is what I want. This is what I want from a man. I've been wanting a good man for a long time. I want a man who won't cheat on me. I want a man who communicate with me. I want a man who's attentive. I want a man who comes home at night. I want a man to a sense of security and financial stability. When they say they want a man with financial stability, what do you think they're saying?
You gotta tell me.
Man, do y'all have a laptop there? Can y'all see the comments?
No.
Because they coming in, man. I need y'all to help me with these comments. They coming in, yo. Toy says that there's nothing wrong with if both the man and the woman, there's nothing wrong with the woman paying half the bills.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Rochelle said something similar. Tequila, and I'm mad that it disappeared, but Tequila said something about divorced men, hurt men, and men that's been through whatever will always be more defensive. I'm just paraphrasing. They will always be more defensive and always will approach relationships therefore after differently. And I can speak to that. I definitely agree with that assessment. But like I said, you got to have some real conversations going forward. Erica Janelle, she said mental stability is more important. Money can be given. Money can be gone one day. I agree with that as well. She says if you aren't married and you are doing all of that, then you are an idiot.
I agree with that. Listen, I've been an idiot before. I'm gonna put myself out there. I put everything on the table, right? All right, I learned my lesson. I'm not saying, but I can't take that into every relationship. I'm with my wife now. I try to build with my wife. I'm much older now. I'm a little older now because I put everything on the table. Bruh, it's 2021. We can't. I wouldn't say I want my wife to pay half of everything I do. Come on, you got some,
absolutely not.
understand. But if she say, Jew, here go $100, or she said, Jew, here go, you know what I mean, here go $40. I got to take what she can give me. I'm not gonna say you got to do this. No. If we go to dinner and she's like, look, I got $40 on the bill. All right, I'll just take the $40 and pay the rest. You know, it's not, I'm not saying, hey, you got to come up with half. That's not the way.
Yeah.
That's just me. Sometimes I'm gonna pay the whole damn bill and just, I might take your $40, or I might just like, oh, put your $40 back in your pocket. I'm not gonna press a woman to pay half. No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling her, hey, you gotta give me half on the phone, half on the rent, half on this. No, like Fa said, I got to be a man. How you gonna be a man and you ain't doing what you're supposed to do? You got to be a man. Do what you got to do. But if your wife is gonna contribute, you gonna let her sit on her ass all day, and she's independent.
Every situation is different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every relationship is different. You mix in so many different. Whatever works for you works for you.
That's true.
And men have to respect how much work it is for a woman to take care of home properly.
Oh, I tell people all the time, man, taking care of the household, whether you man or female, male or female, the person that takes care of the children, picking them up from practice, taking them up, helping them with the homework, cooking dinner, making sure the house stay clean, that is much harder than a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, but y'all keep saying women, it's men that do that though. It's
that's what I just said. I begin by saying, regardless of whether it's male or female.
On the topic, the game post, the man said this woman
Game is an idiot. Game only talk because he got money. He can say that.
You can't get past that.
Unless I'm taking my man on a date.
It's all different types of relationships out here. It's all different type of agreements. I'm just saying, if a woman wants to pay half and the man is okay with it and they living good, there's nothing wrong with it. If the woman paying all the money and she happy with it and the man doing whatever she need him to do, there's nothing wrong with it. If a man is paying all the bills and he getting what he wants from his woman, it ain't nothing wrong with it. There's no designed way to a perfect relationship. There's no designated way for everybody to split your money. Every household is different. What works for your household works for your household.
That's true. That's true. That's true, Fob. Guess what?
No matter what decision nobody make, we can't sit here and say that they wrong, they stupid, they're idiot. It worked for them.
If it worked for them, it worked for them. Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
It ain't no wrong with it. Jennifer says, but women are doing both, working and keeping the children and the house together. True indeed, most women are, but to Drew's point there, I know that there are some men that's doing it as well. I know single dads that are holding it down without a woman. So I don't just tell me that women get a pass for a woman, because there are men that are fulfilling that same role. We gotta stop looking at it, to me, in my personal opinion, we gotta stop looking at it as a man versus a woman thing when it comes to them roles. I think that's a dangerous thing. It's like, what at the end of the day, what works best for our family, what works best for our children in the upbringing of our child.
What's crazy about this whole conversation is women chasing that dollar right now.
Absolutely.
Whether they want to admit it or not, the joker that got the most money gonna get the most play. It ain't right. There's no right or wrong in it. You know, it's just, I mean, whatever works. Whatever works.
Don't you think the majority of the, listen, I can't even say a majority. That'd be a wrong statement. So I wouldn't even say that. That would be a biased statement. So I can't say that. But what I was going to say is this. It's just like a man. I can put a man. Sometimes a male can get frustrated, right? By doing everything. That's no if and I don't see guys like
frustration.
Now the woman, I want to switch it around to the woman.
What causes the frustration for the man is my question.
Yeah, every situation different. If a woman ain't helping,
no. You're right. You're absolutely right.
What you mean?
You are right. But you just made a statement. You said a man paying all the bills and then he starts to get frustrated. My question to you is, what starts to cause the frustration? Obviously, he's not getting what he wants. The purpose of this conversation is that men do this when they getting everything that they want.
Yeah.
And they got a good
That was the beginning of the statement. When she gave you the punani, when she sex you like crazy, she's taking care of the household. That was the initial
she
conversation.
doing everything.
She's doing everything. You happy.
What? How could you get frustrated with that?
That's true.
Listen, you don't think that happened?
A man get frustrated with a woman doing everything?
Listen,
no.
You don't think that happened? You don't think that happened?
That what happened?
That a man get frustrated even with a woman doing everything that he gets frustrated. You don't think so?
Get frustrated with what?
Man, you playing word game. You want to play on words.
I'm asking you what you saying.
I can't talk for another man, but I'm saying, do you think?
A man get frustrated paying the bills?
Yeah, just like a woman. You can use either or. Either or. If a woman is doing everything, right? And she's getting all that she wants, right? Right? The same thing. You don't think a woman can get frustrated?
Yes.
All right, then.
Just like a man. But I'm gonna ask you the same question. Frustrated with what?
I don't know. He got to tell you.
All right, well, now you're throwing a hypothetical out there without even putting no meaning to it. Like that makes no sense.
No, because it's reality. You can't say it don't happen. It do happen.
And a woman
is reality
doing everything that he's asking her to do at home. That's what we're talking about. Not nothing else. Don't make up nothing. A woman cooking, cleaning, taking care of home, and in his particular words, giving him crazy sex.
So big deal. But his particular words is like she's stacking. Like what?
He did not say she's stacking. That wasn't his words. He said she's putting up money for us.
She's putting it to the side for the bad days. That's the word?
For us. He said for us.
For them.
Right. Why do you keep... What?
I don't get that. Listen, I can't understand that. In my world, I can't understand that.
Y'all worried about that couple dollars she got in the bank.
Nicole, I was trying. Nicole said we need a woman on this panel. I put out the post yesterday to try to get some women on here. Hey, hold up. I got to give a shout out to my man, Dane. Dane made a good point to me. Dane's comment was, it's best before anything else in a relationship, specifically to a marriage, there should be an understanding of how they would handle finances, and more importantly, keep talking about it. Just as your relationship evolves, so will your finances.
Right, man. I'm saying now that I'm married, right? That I'm married.
You know why we call you Jew?
Huh?
Because you're a Jew.
No, well, you can say whatever you want to say, my brother. I ain't on here to thing. Me and my wife got a joint account. She got one. I got one. What is the problem? How is that a Jew?
How long I've been knowing you?
No, tell me in my marriage file. You just ran your mouth. You just said I've been paid for a lot of things, right? You said it. I heard you at the start of the thing. Oh, Jew paid for all of this. Yes, I did. And I said, yo, I've been a fool. I'm not ashamed to say that. I can't be with a woman and do everything, and at the end of the day, guess what? We break up. Look, I lost time, I lost money, I lost my feelings, I lost some sanity in my head. Come on, it's reality. That's me.
You're right. That's not what I'm not saying you're wrong. What we're talking about is just, is a man wrong if he wants to pay all the bills? That's it.
No, listen. It goes back to what you saying. Yeah. Remember what you said?
The simple answer to that is no. I don't think, like you said, if that's what you want to do, then absolutely.
No.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Listen, I don't see nothing wrong with him doing what he wants to do in his house. That's his call. That's his choice, right?
Yes.
Because you can remember my post, I said that will be his choice at the end of the day. Right?
Right. Right.
Good. So if he wants to do that, right?
Hey, Drew, hey, hold on, Drew. I got a question for you. One of the viewers, Darlene, was good. She said, so would you feel better if y'all break up and she didn't save no money at all?
Which one, the wife or who?
Yeah. Yes.
The one that's stacking, in the stacking situation.
He would be happier. Yes.
Will I be happy if we broke up
And
she
she
ain't
was
saved
broke.
no money.
Yeah.
Listen, we already situated that because we working together. How can she be broke? How is it? That's highly impossible because we saving, we working together. But her stacking her money by herself on the side and I'm doing everything. Come on, man. Come on. This is 2021.
So
This
when
ain't
you say
19,
y'all saving,
bro.
when you say y'all saving, what does that mean?
What do you mean saving?
You
Like a
said
joint account? I got joint account. She got an account. I got an account. I got a joint
no.
account. My wife, she got an account.
You
I
mixing
got an
two
account.
different conversations.
That's how
You
we
mixing
rocking.
you mixing two different conversations. You mixing the situation with your wife when you going back in the day. I went back in the
No,
day. You said she left
listen.
with some money, and the young
Hold
lady
on.
just asked, would you still be mad if she didn't have no money when she left?
Listen.
That was the question.
Me personally, back in the day, I wouldn't care 2 cents.
That's not what you
Because
just said. You said you was in
no,
your feelings, you was hurt,
yeah,
and you was
yeah.
stupid. That's what you just
Listen.
said.
When I did everything back in the day, bro, when
Right,
I did everything and put everything on the table,
right. That was the
everything,
question.
right?
Would you
And
have
she
been?
go ahead
Would you
and
have
do
felt
all what
better
she
if
did,
she ain't had no
and
money
I
when she
left
left?
it, huh?
Would you have felt better if she ain't had no money when she left?
I felt real good because she ain't getting nothing. I felt good. I felt real good, and that's real. I felt beautiful. That ain't my wife. That's my girlfriend now. I felt good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt lovely. I was and listen. I was happy that it went down the way it went. I had to be. I'm very sorry. Whoever gonna say I'm cruel, I'm cruel. But guess what? I
Nah,
know
that's
what's
your
going.
reality though. You know what I mean?
No, but what's being missed in this whole conversation is what he's talking about is she didn't have a separate income coming in.
Yeah.
She
If
ain't
she
have no
had a
listen.
separate
She ain't have no
income,
income. Let's cut to the chase. She ain't have no income,
that's what
right?
I'm trying
No
to
income.
say. It's a totally
I did
different
everything.
conversation. You
Yeah.
you
I
can't.
did everything.
Is the connection okay over there in Guyana? Can you hear me?
It's beautiful.
Okay. Stick to what I'm asking you.
Tequila say, "Go hill, brother."
If she was working, right? And you
If
was
who was
paying all the bills like you was,
uh-huh.
and the money that she was getting every week or every 2 weeks, she was putting in a bank account and she was saying it's for us, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And the relationship didn't work, and she left with the $20,000 she had in that account. Would you be mad?
Hell yeah, I'd be mad. You wouldn't be mad?
Why?
I got to be mad. What you mean? Why? All the time I put in, all the efforts I put in, everything I done did, and so you just
No,
walk
no,
away
no, no,
and
no,
leave
no,
me like that?
no.
What you
Feelings,
mean? No, no,
yes.
no, 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 no.
Now, feelings
It's
is gonna be,
reality.
but I'm not gonna be sitting here talking about. And what about the 19,000 you had in the account? No,
Who wouldn't be mad? You wouldn't be mad?
about that money?
The same question you just presented to me. You
No,
wouldn't be mad?
no, no.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. Well, guess what? We different. You wouldn't be mad, but I will be mad. What's wrong with that? To each his
Nothing.
own,
Yeah, I
right?
would
That's
feel some kind of way. I feel some kind of way
Why?
huh? What you
because I
mean?
mean that's just my reality. I would feel some kind of way.
Everything I
If,
invested, I shouldn't be mad. Fuck.
exactly. If I've been doing everything and you just been stacking up yours and you like, all right, well look,
Like
I'm gonna just bounce with I ain't hitting you all with nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna feel God.
who?
Now,
I'm
now,
trying to
listen,
understand
listen.
planet
I
Earth.
need
Who
both of
wouldn't
y'all
be
to
mad?
listen. I need both of y'all to listen. I was with this young man right here every single day, right? Right? To where money wasn't a conversation no more, right? And I've stood there with them doing the back and forth and having conversations with him, trying to help him fix his relationship. Like, no, don't leave, stick it out. At that time, when the money was no question, he wouldn't have gave a nothing about that woman leaving with some money. He wouldn't have. I'm telling you the truth.
Listen,
The only way that that money would have came in the conversation is if his money wasn't right. But when he was moving, the way he was moving, he wouldn't have cared nothing about that. Not nothing.
Because
He
your own
would've
crowd
cared
was
about
spilled
the
milk.
feeling.
Like you said, if
He
you
would've
got it,
cared
you
about
got it.
the time, but he wouldn't have been
You
counting on money. No, sir.
listen, Fa. You getting things, you telling me I'm mixing up. Listen, when we in the streets, anybody will tell you, remember, it's free, bruh. It's free. So
I'm talking
even
about
if
her
she,
money.
listen,
I ain't talking about your money. And stop saying it's free. If you risking your life or you risking your life to
That
go to
ain't free, bro.
jail,
I don't agree with that,
it's not
Drew.
free. It's not free. We had to deal with police.
selling ain't for
We
free.
had to deal with
You
the
paying
street.
taxes on what
It
you
was
do in the
nothing
street?
free about that. It was nothing free about that.
You paying taxes on that? You
Huh?
paying taxes on what you do in the streets? You pay
Yes.
taxes on what you give the government some money from that?
Yes. Bail.
Yes? Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying. Don't worry about no bail. That's the part of the game. Because you know what you're playing with.
And
You ain't
So
gonna
it
get
costs.
everything.
Because your point, though, it costs. Ain't
Listen,
nothing free.
paying taxes is part of the game too.
Yeah.
Giving
All right,
back
well,
to the
that's how y'all
streets.
say. I don't see it that
Giving
way.
back to the
That's your
streets is part of the
consequences.
game.
I mean, that's all. To me, that's just your consequences when you get caught. That's all how I see it. Forget taxes. You've been doing wrong. You got caught. Consequences. You ain't holding that big bag like you used to. You gotta do what you gotta do.
And the
Consequences
only
to the
reason why you paying taxes is because they take their money first.
All right, so y'all ladies keep saying we got to do a part 2 with some ladies on the panel. Which one of y'all ladies gonna step up and entertain us with y'all? Which one of y'all gonna come on the show with us to talk about it? We need some women representatives.
Listen,
There's women out
Bob.
here taking care of men, man. It's
Hey,
jokers
Erica
out here
Janae
driving
said why is
around
money so
in
important?
her car, driving around in her car, dropping her off
I
at
agree
work,
with that.
going home playing video games. Let them women get on here and speak their mind. It's women out here who've been taking care of men, put them through school, help them get their CDL, and these jokers walk right away.
But they ain't gonna talk about that though, because then like Drew point, then they not gonna talk about that though, that they was taking care of a man all those years while he was holding it down. Because they hurt. They hurt too, the same way Drew talks now.
But
they
the
gonna
type
sound like
of
that.
woman, the
They not
type
gonna
of
talk
woman
about that.
that'll do that, the type of woman who will put herself out there like that, she ain't no shame to get on here and tell you that's what she did.
Well, Fa, Marv, I'm happy you just said that. Listen to me. Like Fa, you know exactly. So I'm gonna call it as it is. I was hurt. I felt in my heart I did too much. I felt like somebody loved me. No, stop. Don't shake. No, that's what I felt. And that's why I was happy. She walked away with nothing. I was so happy. I know you're gonna say, Jew, you was a wicked chap. That's cool. But guess what? When I'm devastated, I done did everything I'm doing. I get stabbed in the back. Why would listen? Even if let's just say even you had your own bread, right? Even if you had your own money, yours you were stacking, I'd be mad, Fi. I'm being honest with you. I'd be mad because you know why? It's feelings involved. I feel just violated to the fullest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel hurt. So even if who's that, Fi?
My granddaughter.
That's your daughter? Granddaughter?
Granddaughter.
All right. Yeah, I heard you. You gonna give me some of that meat.
We got quite a few women that say they're gonna step up.
Let me ask you one question, Joe.
Go ahead.
Everything that you was doing back then, just say, instead of her doing what she ended up doing, just say when you came home at night, dinner was done, the laundry was done, the house was clean, or everything was in order, receipts for whatever. She was taking care of home. Would you have continued to do that?
That's a hard question. And I'm gonna tell you why. No, I'm gonna tell you why. No, hold on. You asked me a question. Let me give you an answer. You did ask me. It's a very hard question because I'm not going to say every night. Some nights it was, dinner was she cooked dinner. Some nights. It's hard. When my feelings is involved, I can't do a hypothetical thing from what I've been through. I've been through something. I can't switch it and say I would do this because what I've been through is locked in my head already. So I can't flip the shoes and say, you know what? Let me look at it on this end. Remember, it's locked in my head already, bro. I can't answer no other way. For me to sit here and answer that,
That's a
I
good
know I'm
answer.
fooling myself.
That's called stepping around the truth.
No. I
Man,
can't
if
answer something that
everything
I've
would have been
been
good,
through and see something else.
if you was going home,
What do you mean?
laundry was done, clothes put away,
Okay.
dinner done, the
Hear what you
kids is
saying?
good,
Do you
you
hear what you
wouldn't have
saying?
nothing. You
Listen to
wouldn't
what
have
you saying. Jew,
nothing.
if it wasn't happening. So why would you say if and it wasn't happening? How can I answer you? How can I answer
Everything
you?
you've been answering tonight is a what if. All these questions.
No.
Toy
That's
said
why
we
I'm glad
gotta
you
leave and
over
work
there.
to listen to us, yo.
It is what it is. But to
Come
be
on,
honest
Marv.
with
Give
you,
us another question, Marv. Give us another question.
I can't answer
You,
that, Fire. I'm being honest with you.
Ty said,
I can't
Toy
answer.
said, nah, Julian is right. He can't answer blindly. Hey, and I'm with you. I'm with you. I ain't saying I'm with you on that, Jew, but I respect the fact that you say you can't answer that from a hypothetical because of what you've been through. I get that because the hypothetical ain't your reality. You see what I'm saying? If things had been like that, then obviously things wasn't like that then. So it's hard to say what things would how you would have responded if things had been like that because it wasn't like that.
All right, Marv.
And guess what? Hold on,
Do me a
Fire.
favor, Marv.
Hold on, Fire.
Do
No,
me-
I'm agree with you. I'm agree with you on something. And look at you. You got a smile on your face. You want me to agree with you so bad. Listen, I wasn't no saint. I wasn't no saint now, right? Hey, watch yourself. I wasn't no saint, but I put so much trust. And I think that's why I got caught, like, because I gave you so much trust, right? And the trust that I gave out, remember I was doing some dirt too, but I guess it hurted me even more, you know. So I ain't gonna make it seem like it was just that person. I was wrong too. But I guess I gave the person, I don't know, man, too much trust. But
All right.
you live and
So
learn.
I understand what you're saying, and I was there with you, so I totally understand what you're saying. But I need Marv just to read the post one more time for the viewers who didn't hear us in the beginning.
Okay. All right. So how we got on all this is the post was this is the actual post that Game posted that while we was doing this tonight. All right. So the rapper Game says, why she gotta pay half the rent? She giving you half the punani or something. You know, cats kill me since the beginning of time. Real men have always taken care of shelter, providing, and protecting. And if you ain't got it, go get it. If you're lucky enough to land an independent woman who works her ass off and is still coming home to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and go crazy sexually, let her stack what she make in case y'all need it one day, and still handle everything as a man. Everybody different, but it just ain't this. It ain't in me, bro, to let my woman share the worry of paying for anything. I feel good carrying that load, and I'm not changing. The term I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. Makes most women souls smile, heart warm, and vagina get more moist than a perfect Toll House cookie. But what do I know?
Now, with that being said, I agree with that man. If everything falls in the way of the way he's saying it.
Yeah, in that scenario.
If she cooking, she cleaning, she going to work, she taking care of the kids, she giving him whatever he wants sexually. I'm not worried about who paying the light bill.
Yeah.
And the money that she putting up, he said she putting it up for us. She ain't stashing, she ain't hiding. If that man financially in a situation he could take care of all the bills, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I said that in the post that if a man can handle it, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So why we here? Why we on here tonight then?
No, because it's a good conversation. What you mean while we on here? To each his own. What's the problem?
You know why we on here?
Let me hear you.
Because you got a bad memory. What you said was, Game is a damn fool.
Listen.
Ain't that what he said, Marv?
Listen. Of my opinion.
Ain't that what he said, Marv?
Yeah,
well,
according to different scenarios. That's why I say we gotta be clear.
Hold on. Let me be clear, Fi.
Because
Listen.
now we in public. You don't want people to know.
Let me talk. Hold on. I said Game is an idiot. Game is only talking like that because he has money and he can do that. Let him get a regular 9 to 5 and let's see what he going to say.
He gonna say the same thing if he got the money. If the 9 to 5 is bringing in money to take care of that, it shouldn't change nothing.
No. You can't talk for Game. How could you answer that for Game? Remember, he making so much money.
I don't want to do that. Now you're doing a hypothetical. Listen, you just said you don't do hypothetical.
No. Don't worry about hypothetical. Let me help you with something. Remember, Game is making so much money, right? Now, let's say he got to get a 9. Hold on. Let's say he got to get a 9 to 5 now. You think he gonna really be looking at everything the same way? I doubt that, Fi. Wake up. I doubt if he gonna look at it the same way.
Okay, so now let me say this. What if a man does? That's the purpose of why we're here. What if a man with a 9 to 5 still want to hold those same values and say, I'm gonna take care of my woman as long as she's taking care of my house? Is that man wrong?
Nah.
Listen.
I don't think
that's wrong. I never got on. Listen, if you go back to the post, you'll see that I say it's nothing wrong with. I was getting on what Game said because I said Game is talking because he's in a position where he can do it.
I just switched the position.
Game. I call Game an idiot, not a man that's doing a 9 to 5 an idiot.
Okay, I don't even understand what you're saying. You understand we speak in English, right?
Listen what I'm saying. I call Game an idiot because why? Game can talk that way because he's getting the money to do it. I didn't call a regular guy an idiot because he chooses to do that. No.
You said no man with a 9 to 5 would do that.
Huh?
You said no man with a 9 to 5 would do that.
No. Pull it up, Fi. Pull it up. When I get off of here, I want you to send it to me. Pull it up and send me that statement right there. Send me the statement. Send me that statement.
I got him here.
No man in 9 to 5 would do it. I want you to send that statement to me.
Terrible.
Don't shake your head. Don't shake your head. I didn't say no man with a 9 to 5 would do it.
So here you go right here, Drew. I said I hate typing, so I'm not gonna get into that, but Game bumped his head in my opinion. But I disagree with my initial statement now, and we put it in full context of strictly what Game said. If all of that is lined up accordingly, yes, I'm with it 100%. So again, like you say, Big Five, we did kind of go off topic because we was answering based off of what he said, but under different scenarios. Like if a woman she's not filling all those categories. If you know what I'm saying, get to Drew point for a regular 9 to 5 dude. You know what I mean? You got, look, I'm too tired. I'm this here and that there. To me, there's no regular woman that's with a man that works a 9 to 5 that's fulfilling all those roles according to the post. I don't see that.
Now I have the question for the women. I got a question for the women.
Hold on. I found Drew's statement. What Drew said is, would he talk that if he was not a rapper? If he was just working a 9 to 5, it would be it wouldn't be like that.
Right.
Good. So that goes back to what I'm saying. Yeah, you can open your eyes big. If Game fell from making all this money and got a regular job, will he be saying what he just said? Exactly. Will he say it?
If the 9 to 5
that's my point.
Could support it, he probably would.
No, listen. If
so you talking about if he worked at McDonald's,
all this money that he's making, he had to get a 9 to 5. Will he do the same thing? Will he talk what he talking? That was my point. That's my point right there.
You terrible, man. I got a question. For women though.
You ladies that's out here, this is for the ladies.
I know a lot of men out here that are trying to do the right thing, that are honest with their women, get up every day, go to work, and taking care of home. Not paying all the bills, but they come home to support as best as they can. Why are so many men saying that it's never enough for women? Like, no matter what a man do, they keep pushing for something else. And I just want to answer to that. Do women notice that they've been doing that? Is that true? Are men wrong for feeling like that?
Say that again, Fa.
Y'all about to say, ask the question one more time, Fa.
A lot of men feel like no matter what they do, it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
They going to work, they taking care of home, they being respectful, they communicating, but it's always something. A lot of men hesitate going home, or they venture out into other things because it's always something. A lot of men feel like they just cannot do enough to satisfy home.
Okay, Erica Janelle says, because y'all on social media listen to loose women. Toy says they with the wrong woman. Nicole says he's not making love to her right.
Nicole, you need to stop.
Well, you put the question out there. You got a couple answers.
No, because I'm just being real. Like, we at the age now where we sit around and we talk about these things. And I know some good dudes out here, you know, and I know some brothers out here who was in the street or whatever, but they got 9 to 5s and they good dudes. But a lot of them sit back and just be like, man, it's almost better for me to to mess around with the $40, around with $40 girls and just get me some fast entertainment than to really get indulged and try to grow with a woman, because it's never enough. You just
because there's no headache. There's no headache. There's no level of commitment there. It's different reasons for different people. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's a lot of men run into other races because what we deemed as a strong black woman, a strong black woman, is turning into more just like over controlling, overbearing. Like, it's just bad.
Okay, here you go, Fi. Tequila said that is his own insecurity. Men feel inadequate when they ain't financially in a good place and reflect their feelings off on the woman. Erica Janelle says, if a guy thinks he's good just because looking like the Maybelline model to set it again, and you're nice, healthy with a BBW. What?
Hey, Fa, I feel you on that. I feel you on that question you posed. What you just said, I understand. There's many different reasons, bro. Real talk. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, cause I can say I've been there, man, but not married though.
It's for men and women. It's like,
huh?
at some point, I mean, women and men go through the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
Emotions is emotions. It ain't got nothing to do with a man or if you're a woman. People fall in love. People, just want to lie, just want to be about game and not be about nothing real, men and women. But we getting to a point now where we getting too old to keep playing games where you gotta be serious about something. Mm-hmm. This conversation that we having, my mindset is a 48-year-old man.
Not a 20-year-old. Yeah.
About taking care of home is coming from a 48-year-old man. Mm-hmm. I'm not in my 20s no more. I'm not 15. I'm not doing certain precautions because she might leave. I'm not thinking like that. So my conversation is coming from a 48-year-old man when it comes to taking care of home. You got to be.
Let me get this one here before it disappeared. Jazz, who started the whole post, I actually posted the game post. Jazz said, well, it could be something that's missing. She just needs to bring it to his attention, or she could just be selfish and nothing is enough. It could be a number of things he needs to ask her.
Communication.
And see, Jazz, that go both ways. So we're gonna get on that part too. Cause so look, when I want to do the part 2 is the show of the 19th, October 19th. Everybody that's all you women out there that's gonna be a part of it. I want to do this one on October 19th. That's gonna be the day after my born day. So I want to do this part 2 to this show after that day. That way I can keep it light and still be celebrating because this is fun. Toy said she listened to us on Bluetooth on her way home. But Jazzy, you make a good point. You know,
that was a question, Marv. Can we have 2 women to talk about the same thing on should a man take care of home?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I would love to hear women's perspective too.
Yeah. I want to hear what their expectation is from a man. And do they think it's wrong if the man pays all the bills and they just go to work and go home and take care of everything? And let me take the word just out because that's what changes the whole conversation. Getting up and going to work is what Game says she does. And then she comes home and goes to work again. That's a lot.
Yeah.
She taking care of the kids is what he said. She cooking is what he said. She cleaning, she what he said. And don't forget, extra crazy sex.
He's a bad man.
All right, so Nicole says she's gonna do the live on the 19th. Nicole gonna come back and be on. I think Sheila said she was down.
Disagree?
What's that?
Did Nicole agree or disagree that a man should pay for everything?
Well, you got that, Nicole? Did you agree?
I'm trying to coerce people. You think you slick? You trying to get people to ride with you? I see what you doing. I see exactly what you doing.
I asked the question. I don't know if she yay or nay.
Yeah, I know. I know what you up to. Remember, I used to be with you. I know what you up to. Don't look
yes, she agreed. Yes.
Yeah, look at your face. Make your face.
Yeah, Nicole. At some age.
What's good, Sharon? Sharon, so I think the emphasis on who pays the bills is the issue.
No.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Joe. Is there a difference with how a man should be raising or supporting his household at 20 years old versus 45 years old?
Say it again. My thing going down.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, your voice, your audio sounds different, Fa.
Hello?
Yeah. I can hear you a little better now.
I can hear you, but it sounds different.
I don't know. Baby.
Good night.
All right, you back now.
Is there a difference, or should there be a difference with how a man is supporting his household at 20 years old versus when he's 45 years old?
No, listen to me, Fa. You changing the whole thing. A man, listen. A man gonna take care of his house. Hold on. At 20, if you've been taking care of your household at 20 and you 40 or whatever, you're gonna still continue to do what you're doing. So I'm not against a man not taking care of his household.
That ain't what he asked you, Drew.
That's not what I said. Basically, what I'm saying is a man at 20 years old, yeah, y'all sitting there talking about splitting the rent and splitting the public service bills, splitting all of that because you don't know where y'all gonna be in a couple of years. At 20 years, y'all haven't really invested a lot of time. You haven't really fully matured at 20 years old. So those that stay together in those ages, they're lucky, you know? But at 45 years old, in a serious relationship, we sitting here talking about splitting the utility bill. Something is wrong. Something wrong.
No, listen. Who said splitting the bills? I said splitting the bills.
That's not what I said. I asked you a question. I didn't say you said nothing. I said, should there be a difference?
Your thing ain't come. Listen, your thing ain't coming in clear. That's why I keep telling you. I can't you coming in and you going out.
What he asked Drew is, should there be a difference in your approach or your mentality at 20 years old versus being 45 years old?
Listen, it's gonna be a difference because at the older age, you're gonna be more mature. So it has to be a difference. If it's not a difference, if you're still looking at it the same way, then it's gonna be a problem. So yes, it's gonna be a difference. You're more mature.
Okay.
That's my view on it. Yes, it will be a difference. You'll be more mature.
45 years old, 50 years old.
Right?
You shouldn't be sitting there talking about splitting up bills. You should be at that age, you should be more financially stable to make better decisions than that. And you should be taking care of your
Come hit this thing and let me see. I hear you. Keep going. But yeah, I'm gonna say yes, it's a difference.
At that age, things need to be different. You know, you should be talking about buying homes. You should be talking about owning businesses. You shouldn't be sitting there talking about splitting the cable bill. Shouldn't
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
True, I
That's
can
why
go
I'm
with
just
that.
saying my mindset is different. Over the years, some things became less and less conversation. There was a time when we talked about those things. But as I progressed as a man, it don't change how I think about home. So you stop talking about certain things. Things just get done. And I don't think there's no wrong in that.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if she's doing cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids and crazy sex.
Now this is okay. So we're gonna get into that part too, because we gotta go. Everybody chiming out. They still with us, but they chiming out. You know, everybody getting caught up because we running over. But my question to that to the initial post file, this is gonna be my question to you was, you know, when he say everything and you getting all of this here, why should she have to pay this, that there? If you got it, you got it. And if you don't have it, go get it. Now again, you're not talking about the 20-year-old us where we do what we do and we going out there and get it. So my thing is, as a 45-year-old man, if you don't have it, what is your definition of going out and getting it? How do you do that legally?
You better not hit the block.
That right there, is just slick talk.
Let me hear what you gonna say.
I mean, to be totally honest, at that age, that's just slick talk. I really can't answer that because my whole mindset is that I have it already. If I'm in a relationship now at 45 years old and the woman is telling me I need to go get money to do these things, we don't need to be together because financially I can't afford you. It's just about making a mature situation. I mean, a mature decision. I'm not going to get it to take care of you. That don't make no sense. My mentality is that I do it because I have it. I'm not going to get it to take care of you. That's different. Now, what Jewel keeps saying, the free money, we was getting it. So we ain't had to go get it. All we had to do was go stand outside. So I didn't have to go get it then. But if I was in a situation right now, to answer your question, Mom, and a woman told me, well, look, these bills ain't paid. You better figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. How to get rid of you. Because that shouldn't be her conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should be, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Not what you going to do. So she don't care about me.
No, you got to take care of the house. It's what you going to do. No, she ain't got to do nothing. It's what you going to do. You got to go get it and do it. Don't say you're going to get rid of her because you sitting on here saying that you're going to pay all the bills and think now you want to get rid of her because she's telling you, hey, you got to go get it. You agree with you got to go get it and figure it out. Now you want to get rid of her. Why?
Because you just gave me a totally different scenario. So I'm answering this scenario. If I'm 45 years old and I only make $100 a week, I cannot give you $200 a week.
Hey, so Tequila make a good point. She said her definition of go get it.
I need to leave you.
She said her definition of go get it would be invest financially, you know, stock or whatever the case may be. Like that's another way that you can go get it. You ain't got to do it illegally, go and sell drugs, whatever you do in the streets.
I mean, that's a good answer. But unfortunately, if they sitting there talking about money to pay bills, they ain't got money to invest in stocks.
True that too. True that too.
But you're talking to somebody who do. and who 9 to 5 is paying the bills. So it's a different conversation. Every situation is different. If y'all struggling financially, y'all got to do that together. But if one of y'all is able to take care of everything and the love is there and everything being taken care of in the house and y'all agree, it ain't no problem with who pays the bills.
Absolutely.
And I'm still going to say the same thing. If you're in a meaningful relationship and y'all plan on being together forever and to be one, having 2, 3 accounts and accounts they don't know about and you stashing, that's not healthy. That's only going to lead to problems.
Wow. Okay, so Jazz said, I don't know if she says it now. She probably is. She said, well, if she got to tell a man to go get it, then he is not a man. He is still a boy. Laugh out loud. Because a man already know what to do.
Right. Right. I agree with you. A man got to be a man.
Toy said, okay, so what we're going to do on the 19th is we're going to break down these different scenarios because everything that we kind of really speaking to is totally different than the actual post. Toy says that You know, because a lot of people are saying that, you know, if you're in a relationship, are we talking about marriage versus being in a relationship? Are we talking like if we're in a marriage or we're in a relationship and there's one household, then there should be no split. As you said earlier in the show, we got one joint account, is one pot. So everything is coming from that pot. Toy point was, if that's the mentality though, that's sort of like splitting the bills. If we put everything into one account, you know what I mean? She put her money into one account, he put his money into one account, then that's the same thing as splitting the bill, so to speak. But what Game was talking about was something totally different. Game wasn't talking about like a joint account. He was just talking about taking care of the home, when she taking care of everything else as far as his needs, the household, and everything else. And her money is just her money that she's stacking away in case they have a rainy day or hit hard times. So those are two totally different scenarios. And we're gonna get into the next time we're gonna get into all of that, because I think we raised some good points. Like, those are real conversations. But to your points, like you said earlier, Fox, I think that's the key part right there. Everybody needs to have these conversations up front. I don't care what worked for Big Mama. I don't care that you think that a man is a man because my granddaddy did this and my father did this and all like that. You got to come up with have a real conversation about what's going to work for the two of you. Y'all the only two people in the world that matter. You know what I mean? Like, that was my mentality when I got married. It was like, listen, all that traditional stuff is cool, but I'm not marrying your family. I'm not marrying your mother. I'm not marrying your father. I'm marrying you. So me and you need to have a conversation to talk about what works for us.
Right.
And I don't care what nobody else says. I don't care about nobody else's opinion.
Different.
Exactly. Whatever works for us, works for us.
I'm going to tell you something that's never made sense to me, but I still believe it. I believe that women are better at keeping up with the bills and the finances.
Absolutely. I would agree with that 100%.
All right.
I don't know why, but I agree.
But I also agree that women mess the money up more than men. How many men be out here?
So we're going to get into that.
How many of these men out here driving trucks and working on the road, sending money home, get home, and stuff ain't paid? So that's kind of I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I believe both of them. I believe that women are better at managing the finances than men, but then they also more likely to mess it up too.
Hey, so John said my husband say the same thing.
So it's a catch-22. You want to let her handle it, you shooting the dice.
So Nicole, we gonna get into that. She said, Marv, that's true, but my dad instilled that in me. Okay, that goes to what I was talking about on the post file. You know what I mean? Everything that we was taught, everything that was a learned behavior, doesn't mean that it's right.
Right.
Just because your daddy taught you that this is the way to treat a woman, doesn't mean that you should live your life according to those standards. Holding every man to those standards, because all the men that you ain't, guess what? They not your daddy.
Now,
they got a different point of view on how they think that a woman should be respected and treated.
I totally agree with you. Now, your comment earlier about the tradition, when that conversation started, the women didn't work.
That was my whole point. That was my whole point. Women didn't
work. All women did was stayed home, cook, clean, and have babies. When that so-called tradition was written. Yeah. It's a totally different world now. Women are more independent than men now. Women do all the jobs that men do. Women make more money than men. So it's
also much harder though. It's also much harder too. I said
right. It's harder to stick to tradition. There's no true tradition. You know what? Somebody
agree with that, Fox.
The other day, somebody invited me to a gender reveal party. What is that?
Oh my God! Me and my man was having the same conversation the other day. Like, back in the day, showers were for women. Like, men ain't getting invited back in the day.
Listen, society I got invited. I was told they're having a baby. Then I was told they're having a baby shower. Then I told they was having a gender reveal. Then I told they was having a celebration of life. What?
They try to get 15 gifts for one kid.
What? We're talking about tradition. Marriages ain't the same now. Yeah. People are really out here saying that humans should not be together for 20 years. The thinking is totally different now.
True.
You got men out here dressing like women, women dressing like men. It's different. Everything is different. There's no tradition. Kids don't respect adults. They're walking around with their drawers out. There's no religion no more. There's no tradition. You got to live your life what means best for you.
And Toy said they're gonna have another one for the half a birthday.
Yeah, tradition. There's no tradition. You try to tell these women now that they're supposed to stay home and make babies and they might swing at you. When that was normal.
Yeah, man, but I think all right, so go ahead, Drew. What you gonna say, Drew?
I said some women doing that, Fa. Just what you just say. Just make babies and stay home. Some women doing it.
Yeah, but they doing that for welfare money. Which is a whole nother.
Do you respect it? Do you respect it the same though?
Huh?
Do you respect it the same?
Do I respect them?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No, because in my opinion, when we came up, that was emergency assistance. Plus, we was frowned upon being upon that. That was a joke. People laughed at you for going in the store with food stamps. Now it's a career.
It's a hustle.
Now it's a career. People having babies just to get child support. Some of them doing it just to get like Section 8 housing and public assistance while we paying higher taxes. So no, I don't agree with the new generation on how they manipulate and use the system. I totally don't agree with that.
Happy anniversary, Jazz. Jazz said they just celebrated 20 years. Toy said I can stay home, but I can't make the babies.
No, but they know I'm right. It's some people out here who just work in the system, and that's not right. And a lot of them out here who getting them checks, not even giving it to the kids.
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
I don't agree with none of that, because it's the mindset of that should be, I just need help while I get myself on my feet. Not, well, this is my life. This is just what it is. That's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong. And it became more of a habit as they kept snatching black men out of these families.
Right.
So it's just a whole nother conversation. Creating
so we gonna, like I said, we gonna definitely have it. We definitely gonna have it. I want all the smoke, man. So far we got Rochelle, we got Nicole says she's down. Erica Janelle says she's down. Toy, you can come in as you walk into your car while you're getting off work. But we gonna make this happen on October 19th. Everybody put it on your calendar. We gonna do the part 2, and we gonna dig a little deeper in this thing. We gonna have both genders represented, males and females, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. So you ladies get ready too. Like, Five, what you wanted them to get ready for? Whether they think that a man should take care of a woman or not. We want to hear what you sisters got to say on that. There, do you think you should be taken care of while you just do whatever you want to do?
and give crazy sex.
We want to see, do they agree? What do they think they're supposed to do? What do they think their responsibility is in that?
Yeah.
We just want to hear what the women got to say about it. That's all.
Yeah, we gonna dig deep, because I don't like the one-sided conversation. I want the women. I ain't talking about y'all in the comments. I'm just saying I want y'all to be able to dialogue with us back and forth. I don't want to go for all the typing. So get your hair done, get your nails done, put your lashes on, whatever you want to do. If that's how you rock, and come on here. Stop being scared to put your face out there for the world to see. You know what I mean? We right here with you. You ain't gonna be by yourself. Nicole said, "Be blessed, brothers. Great topic. Everyone have a good night. Yes. Take care of me. No doubt." Yeah, Bev said, yes. Take care of me. Toy said, laugh out loud. See y'all then. Yeah, man. So again, bro, I thank y'all for doing this, man. Hey, Jazzy, thank you for posting what you posted about the game to even get this conversation even started. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna hold it down. We gonna have this back. We gonna pick this back up on October the 19th, that Tuesday episode. So all you guys, I'm gonna be in touch with you ladies in between now and then. That's gonna be on the show, and we're gonna figure out how to make it happen. So Drew, they said you got kind of quiet on this, so I'm gonna let you get some closing words first, Drew. Then I'm gonna let you close out, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
No, I'm good. I'm listening. Fa opened up the floor. I'm just listening. It'll be good, like Fa said. Fa opened up the floor to get some ladies to hear what the ladies have to say, because we men and we going back and forth. What He right. Let's see what the ladies got to say. Let them get the floor. That's beautiful.
No doubt. It's gonna be y'all night on the 19th. We're gonna celebrate the ladies in this
I
part
see
of
your
the
face
conversation.
smiling up.
What you got for the people before we close out, Fox?
Oh, I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining us tonight, listening to the conversation.
No
October
doubt.
19th, we get to continue the conversation and we get to see what the ladies really think about it.
Word
Women
up.
and men both have an opinion on how we should live and how we should be together in a relationship. So I look forward to hearing what a lot of them have to say.
No doubt. Jazzy said, love y'all, stay safe. You do the same thing, baby girl. You and the family. And again, condolences to you and your family on your guys' loss. I had said it earlier. I'm quite sure you see it yet, but you can see it on the replay. But we gave you, your roses, and we bigged you up. You and your family know that we praying for you as well. I thank Boom Boom, Mel, Alethea, everybody else for being there, holding you down, showing what families do in hard times.
Salute, Isabella.
Isabella in the building. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna see y'all next week. We got our first show of the month. It's gonna be a freestyle. There ain't no telling. We might actually get back into a little bit of this along with some current affairs or whatever. But we'll see how that go. And then until next week, man, know that I love you guys. I thank you guys for tuning in again. Sign into your YouTube channel. Sign into your YouTube account and subscribe to the Marvin Bennett Jr. Show. That way we can get our subscriptions up, we can get our views up, and you guys can go on there and watch previous shows and start helping me get that viewership up. And hopefully we'll make this thing happen for sure. So until then, till next week, know that I love you guys. Thanks again, Drew. Thanks again, Big Fi. Y'all already know I got much love for my brothers, man. Thank y'all for holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love and laughs here. And I love the fact that we could always, that's the thing that I miss the most about the block, man. Because jokers don't know, I feel like in my personal opinion, jokers don't know how to agree to disagree these days. You know what I mean? We could disagree and still it'd be all laughs, all love, and nothing else. I miss that atmosphere, where everybody wasn't so sensitive. Well, if he feel like that then I ain't rocking with him no more. Man, that's so petty to me, man. I thank God that I don't rock with petty jokers, but I rock with real soldiers. So I appreciate you guys, man. All right,
Appreciate you too.
Said, no doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. All right, so love all you guys. Tune in next week, and again, subscribe on YouTube to the Marvin Bennett Jr. Show. And until next week, amen. DeAndre and Lysha, know that Daddy loves you intentionally, but I also love you unconditionally. Till next week, peace.
Peace.
Peace.